you love thy son and daughter more than me, you are not worthy of me.
Okay. Other questions? Let's start with that brother question. First of all, clap it up, Agim. The brother had a question about your mother, your father, your parents. If you love them more than me, you're not worthy of me, right? Give me Matthews 10 and 37. Make sure everybody is speaking into the mic when they speak.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 37. Or Akim got it? Khan. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Who is speaking? Incorrect. Raise your hand. Incorrect.
Salaki, is it Christ because of the lettering in the scripture?
It's Christ because the lettering in red. You understand? Also, how would you know it's Christ if that Bible, if the words in that Bible wasn't read just now? How would you know that's Christ?
Well, in the context that he's that
right there. Context. What does context mean? You got to read a little bit above. Maybe you got to read a little bit below. You understand?
Come.
Read a little bit above is obvious. This is Christ talking. It's very, you know what I'm saying? This is Christ talking. Christ is saying that if you love your mother, your father, or anybody in your family for that matter more than me, you're unworthy of me. What is the significance of this? Why is he saying this? This should seem obvious, right? When you love Jesus, you love Christ, or you understand somewhat, or you think you do, what the Bible is about, you'll understand that the Bible is about brotherhood and sisterhood, right? Brotherhood and sisterhood. So it may confuse some people. Why should I love Christ more than I love my brother? I should love him the same. I love him the same as everybody. That's Christianity. You understand? Christianity is I love you just as much as I love your murderer. That's Christianity. Christianity is I love you so much and I'm going to bury you. Oh my goodness. And I love the person who murdered you too. I love him just the same, just as strong. There's no difference. You understand? There's no difference. I love the oppressor just as much as I love my grandmother who's been oppressed. I love them the same. That's Christianity, right? Christ is saying if you love anyone more than him, you are unworthy of him. What's love? You obviously should have scriptures for that. You know what I'm saying?
Scripture says love, the love of the Father is keeping the commandments, keeping the commandments of the Most High.
Where is that at?
1 John 5 and 3, or 1 John 5 and 2.
1 John 5 and 3.
First John chapter 5, verse 3. But this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
This is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. The love of God is you following what God wants you to do. That's the definition of love. I need the other one. I need the other one in John, where it said, it's not this one, it's the other one. Let me see, I think that's right here. Let me 1 John 2 and 5. Based off of the scripture that Adunya pulled, however, what is love? Love is an action word. You have to actually follow what the Most High said to follow. Love is an action. Love is not, oh, I love you so much because when I see you, I get butterflies in my stomach. That's not love. That's nervousness. You understand? That's nervousness. Love is you annoy the hell out of me, but I will still do what I need to do. You understand? I will still do what I need to do. Love is your brother needs food. You provide him with food. He needs water. You provide him with water. Clothes, you provide them with clothes, etc., etc. You understand? Love is an action. You can't tell somebody that's homeless. You can't tell them, "Oh man, I feel you." Your skirt off. They're not feeling you. You understand? That ain't love. Done you?
Love is suffering. That's what General Hyman was saying about that class.
Okay.
The class he went on.
Yeah, come on. Love is a suffer. Like I just said, love is your brother. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what love is in here. Love is when you do something. Let me tell you something that I.S.U.P.K. what love is. Love is you do something in school, you know it's wrong. Man above you know it's wrong. What the hell, y'all just gonna be mad forever? You're gonna be mad forever? That's not love. Love is get over it. Love is this is forever. You understand? This is a lifelong thing, and love is suffering. Christ suffers you. You understand? The Most High suffers you. That's love. Love is these people continuously sin, continuously. Yet and still, you have a chance to come back to the Most High. That's love. Love is that long suffer that you don't want to do with your head. That's love. Love, how you know is love? Because everything in you is screaming, don't do it. Everything in you is screaming, I should just throw this to the wind. Like I should just, there's so much box out here. I could just throw this broad to the wind and I probably won't even remember her. A couple women go by, you won't even remember who that was. You understand? Love is, okay, she ain't cheating on you. She's just a headache. You got to put up with that. You understand? That oops, I did it again. You got to put up with that. You understand? That oops. If your wife is a oopsie girl, you got to put up with that. You got to love her through being an oopsie girl. You understand? Love her through that. Think you had your hand up in the back?
Con, I got the scripture, 1 John.
2 and 5. Read that for me.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word.
Give me 2 and 3.
Book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments.
You know the Most High. How do you know him? Somebody said, and here's the problem. In the black community, we all say we know God. We all say we know God. How do you know God? What's the difference between you and your uncle? Your uncle say you know, your mother says she know God. Your father knew God. While he was shooting the damn dope in his arm, he was saying, I know God. I know him. He gonna forgive me for this. I'm good. He ain't gonna kill me. Good. I think done. You had your hand up first.
Knowing God is knowing that he will destroy you if you don't keep his commandments.
That is definitely a part of knowing God. He will destroy you. When you know God, you know that he will destroy you. When you know him, that means you know what he likes. You know what he does not like. You understand? What do women try to convince you to do in the world and you just suck her up to every damn time? You got to know her favorite color. You got to know what her favorite flower is. You got to remember that stupid zodiac sign. Brother, you got to remember her favorite thing from her favorite restaurant, the day she liked to go there, the dates that's important to her according to some goddamn astrology chart. You got to remember that if the astrology tells her that today's going to be a bad day, you got to watch her horoscope to know that, okay, I can't give her no orders today because I give her an order, she already having a bad day because she's a Virgo. Your woman say you got to know her and you make every effort in the world to know her. The Lord says you have to know him. You just run around smoking a damn blunt almost. I know God. I got him. That's me. Meanwhile, you putting all the goddamn effort in the world to know this woman and her goddamn horoscope and all her goddamn stories. To know God is to know what he likes and doesn't like. You understand? It's to take the actions that he wants you to take and to not take the actions that he does not want you to take. I know him. You understand? In the truth, you're supposed to know the men. You should know the men above you, much the way that the men above you know the men that labor amongst, know the brothers that labor amongst you. That's in the Bible. You understand? You have to know them that labor amongst you. This brother got a strength here, weak here. This brother's good for this. You don't really know too much about this. So this is what he's good at right here. Boom. Know them that labor amongst you. You understand? That's the Bible. Well, brother, you have to also know what the God, what's not the God. You have to know what God wants. You understand? You also have to know that he does not want you to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. He does not want you knowing what the hell the horoscope does on Saturday, the 15th of September, and blah, 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 blah. He doesn't want you to know that. You understand? He wants you to know righteousness. Read on. Read that again. Read 2 and 3 again.
Con. You want me to read 2?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Con. And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments.
And the only way you know what God likes and doesn't like, wants and doesn't want, is if you keep the commandments. You understand? You can't read, and here's a misconception with Christians, right? Because they're so nasty. What Christians don't understand, make sure your phone's on vibrate and mute. What Christians don't understand is that you cannot read the laws and say you know God. You understand? Oh, God does not want me to murder. God doesn't want me to do this. He doesn't want me to do that. And I know that. So I know God. That's not knowing God. You know God by following it. You understand? Now you know the reasons. It's easy to read, thou shalt not murder. Why the hell shouldn't I do it though? Other than the fact that the Lord is going to destroy you. You understand? That's what the Christians fail to understand. The Lord will kill you. That's why you should know God. You should know him because he gave you life. You understand? You should listen to your fleshly father because he gave you life. You should know your father. You should know, look, if I stay up past 10 o'clock, that's about it. That's about it. He going to throw the backs. He going to hand me the gloves and say, you think you're grown now, right? No, sir. Yes, you do. Come here. And that's it. You understand? You should know your father. You should know that after 10 o'clock, he wants you in the house. You understand? And that's just that. Young girls, young daughters, you should know your fathers. You should know your mothers. You should know their desires for you not to be a whore. You should know that. And in knowing that, what should you do? Should you go to school with very short skirts on? Should you go to school with lipstick on and what's that damn eyeshadow at 12, 13 years old? Should you do that? Or should you focus on learning something? Should you focus on the skills of the house, the skills of being a woman, filling your head with knowledge that profits a man later down the line and would profit your father right now? You understand? What should you do? You should know your parents. You should know God. You knowing somebody is doing what they ask you to do. That's knowing them. You understand? Other than that, it's like you're mocking them. I know you want me to do this. I'm going to read it in the Bible. I'm going to read it. And then I'm going to say at the same time, while I'm reading that you want me to follow the law, like we're about to read, like we've read, I'm not going to follow it. So I'm going to make my own garbage up and say, Christ died for my sins. You understand? That's mocking. That's not knowing him. That's mocking the fact that he died on the cross. That's mocking him. Wearing that goddamn cross around your neck is mocking him. You're mocking him. And some brothers and sisters, they have him still on the cross on their chest. Good night. That's mocking him. You're not knowing him. Jesus is my savior. Look, somebody start here go. A brother get all rowdy in the 99-cent store. So you overcharging me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, get the demons out of this 99-cent store. Jesus, that brother need to calm down. She start gripping on the damn rosary like Christ going to jump off the goddamn cross and stop everything in the 99-cent store because she in there with him on her neck. Brother, that's mocking him. You know him by following his laws. And that's something you brothers should keep in your mind when your rib disobeys you. You understand? When your rib disobeys you, she don't know you. You ever heard that term, you don't get me? You don't get, that's what sinners like to say. You don't get me. That's what little rebellious children like to say. You just don't get me. You don't understand what I'm saying. That's what people who don't understand themselves say. You understand? But in reality, they don't get you. If your rib understood you, what would she do? What you asked. If your daughter, your son understood you, what would they do? Exactly what you asked. Because I understand him. You understand? I understand everything that is being told to me is for my benefit. I understand that. I know my Father. When it comes to the Most High, it's the exact same way. Everything he's telling you, he's not saying go jump off a bridge and die. He said stop eating pork. Oh, why? Because y'all have a flu every damn year. Every goddamn year. And the flu was once something in 1918 that caused such a horrible pandemic. It was killing people. It was destroying this country by the numbers. The flu got weaker over time because of the variants of the flu, which is why they say get a flu shot every year, because different variants come out, slight differences in it. It changes so it's able to still get you sick. That's the Lord, obviously. It changes so it's still able to get you sick, but it got weaker over time. It got weaker and weaker. And people saw that as, oh, well, we can eat pork then, because it didn't kill me yet. They don't know God. They think, oh, because it stopped killing people because they prayed over it. Like it says, I think Timothy's, they made Thanksgiving over the pork. They said, thank you for the pork. So now the pork won't murder you like it did in 1918. You just might get a cough and a sneeze. Brother, you don't know God. Because now he changed it from just the flu to now you're going to get, I think pork give you what? Was it high blood pressure? It give you a lot. You understand? Pork gives you a lot of diseases. They eat garbage. They eat other dead animals. They'll eat whatever you throw in front of them. Why am I saying all that? Why am I saying all that? Read on. You're going to
Con, verse 4. He that saith I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
You can't know God if you don't keep the commandments. You cannot know him. What's the importance of knowing him? That's how you rule earth. It's very important to know God. It's very important. When you know God, you can have your enemies be at peace with you like Joseph did. Your enemies can be so at peace with you that although y'all are sworn enemies, they won't harm you. They'll give you positions of power. They'll love you. They'll flaunt you. You understand? It's possible. You should love God. You should know God. You should keep his commandments. Read on.
Con, verse 5.
He's a liar. No, he's a liar.
He that saith I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
Truth ain't in you. You ain't in the truth. You're not in the truth if you don't follow the commandments. Meaning, Christians are not in the truth. Christians are not in the truth. If you're not in I.S.U.P.K. following all the laws of God, you're just not in the truth. And that hurts to people, right? It hurts to know that you've been in your little church serving orange slices every Sunday and eating crackers and drinking grape juice and calling it communion. It hurts to know that was all for nothing. For nothing. But it was for nothing. You understand? It meant absolutely nothing to God. All that so-called sacrifice you do in the church on Sunday means nothing to God. When a pastor says we're going to have a feast and we're going to feed the community, we're going to have a clothing drive and we're going to do, it means nothing to God. You understand? Nothing. Because you don't even follow his laws. If the Most High wanted a race of people that just was rich, Black Wall Street would have never failed. Black Wall Street was rich in sinners. They were rich sinners. And you see what happened when they were rich sinners. They died. The Most High don't want a nation of rich people. He wants a nation of righteous people. You understand? If you don't keep the commandments, you're a liar and you're not in the truth. Read on.
Verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected.
The love of God is perfected in him who keeps his word. It's perfected. Meaning, you reading this, and that's cool. That's cool. Once you do it, it means something now. You understand? You read it, that's fine. That's nice and dandy. All your grandmothers read it. All of our grandmothers read it. All of our mothers read it. Everybody reads the goddamn Bible like it's the most translated book ever. It's the most printed book ever by a long shot. You understand? Everybody reads the Bible. No one follows it. Read on.
Con. Hereby know we that we are in him.
This is how you know you are in God. You know you're in God because you follow his commandments. That's how you know. No longer, let me make sure this didn't just knock the sound out. Check. Okay. No longer do you have to guess. You understand? In a word, you just guess. You guess. You go get a Fortune 500 job. You're the CEO of Fortune 500 company. You work in the mailroom, work in the warehouse. You fly planes, you're in the military. You're guessing if God is with you. You understand? You are guessing that God might be with you. When you fly that plane as a regular pilot in the world, you are praying to nobody. But you don't know that. You are guessing. I hope God with me on this flight. I hope I don't die on this flight. I hope there's not evil angels bringing down this flight. You understand? When you're just walking home, you have to guess, is God with you? You understand? You have to guess. Am I lying? No. Look at the news. Look at your latest homicide on the news. Your latest homicide, he had to guess. Was God with him when he walked to the corner store? He was wrong. When you join the army and you think so many people join the army, I'm not going to be the one to die. You're guessing. You're guessing. You have no clue if God is with you. You have no clue. You're in church. There's 1,000 different denominations of Christianity. Pentecostal, Jehovah's Witness. Give me some more. Baptists, the ones that go to St. Luke, the ones that go to St. Peter, the ones that go to St. this and effing that. Done you?
It's 30,000.
30,000 denominations. You understand? You're guessing. If you're a Christian, you're guessing. Sis, you're guessing. It is a pure toss-up. You rolling the dice. You might as well just go cast lots and then walk into the church with the number land on. Because at this point, you have no clue where God is at. What's those Seventh-day Adventists? They believe that the Sabbath is Saturday. Most other churches say Sunday. Who's correct? No one knows inside the Christian community. No one knows. Because they believe, well, we're making an effort, and that's all God cares about. God is not a woman. You understand? God is not a woman. God is a man, like it says where? SHALAM.
In the Bible.
Where in the Bible? You taking the test, Salaki. Kashak, where? God is a man. He's not a woman. Christians say with their 30,000 denominations, I can go to any church because God knows my heart. He knows my effort that I'm putting in. You shouldn't. Here's the disgusting part. They so-called, when you're in the host of God and you go into a church, right? They misunderstand the Bible. So I'm trying to use their terms loosely. When you're inside a church, you're supposed to be in the host of God. You are making up the army of God. You're supposed to fight for God. The people that's supposed to fight for God in the Christian church tell you that it is fine if you go to a mosque. God loves you the same. You just call him Allah. Because God knows you make an effort. And Muslims say the same thing. At least you making an effort. At least I had a brother stop me outside of a goddamn halal spot. Brother gonna tell me. He said, Assalamu alaikum. I said, what up? He kept pushing. He turned around. And he grabbed my hand. Almost slapped me, brother. Salaki. He grabbed my hand. He grabbed it like that. I looked at him like, who the hell? Brother, when somebody say Assalamu alaikum, you're supposed to say Malaikum Salam. I said, I'm not Muslim. He said, even if you're not Muslim, you're supposed to say it back. I said, why? Because it's polite. But I don't believe in that. I don't believe in anything you're talking. I don't believe I should talk in Arabic. You understand? I don't believe I should talk in Arabic because I'm not an Arab. You understand? I don't believe in that. Brother, he couldn't take it. He couldn't take it. He tried to hold me there and talk to me. I had to go. Tried to talk. It was Friday, too. He was on the way to the masjid. I had to go. He holding me up, talking about some Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. He's trying to convert me to Islam on the damn spot. Brother, I'm not Muslim. Why the hell do I got to talk? Because they believe, they say, even if you're supposed to tolerate it. You understand? You're supposed to tolerate a fake God. I should tolerate your God even though I know he fake. I should tolerate that. Now, when it comes to friends, let everybody on their goddamn Instagram is saying, I don't got 2021. I ain't got no time for no fake friends. But when it comes to God, I'm supposed to tolerate your fake God. No. Christians are supposed to be in the army of God. And they tolerate the disrespect of their God. Because Christians are not in the army of God. You understand? Christians don't know God. They don't follow God because they don't what, Ayashala?
Because they don't follow his law, statutes, or
They
commandments.
don't keep the commandments. So they don't know God. They don't know God. They don't make an effort. But they think that God knows your effort. So you can worship Allah or white Jesus or whatever the hell else they got out nowadays. You can worship that because at the end of the day, whoever the hell is up there, I'm talking like them now. Whoever's up there knows your heart. God is not a woman. Do you understand? God is not a woman. A woman will know your heart. Huh? Sure. How many of y'all lied to women in the world? Was doing all types of what you consider. You was having multiple wives behind her back being sneaky. You thought you was being sneaky and slick, and she knew, but she tolerated it, right? And she forgave you because she knows your heart. And he always gonna come lay back down with me at the end of the day. Does that sound familiar at all? Or am I making this up? Is this not in the black community? Slacky. God is not that woman. You understand? God is not the woman you was playing in the world. God is, she thought you was playing you thought you was being sneaky. You was too afraid to tell her you got multiple wives. God is not the woman you were having sex with in the world. You understand? God is a man. How do you know that? That's what I asked. How do you know God is a man? Excuse me. I asked a shot.
Slocky, if I may paraphrasing, not in the midst of
paraphrase this.
Not in the
That's
midst.
a very basic, short, precise scripture. There's none like it in the Bible. Of course, there's some like it in the Bible. The Bible's all one connected entity, connected scripture. But there's no wording like this in the Bible. Ayashala, how do you know God's a man? You done? Mawasar?
Book of Exodus, Most High God's a man of war.
15:3 in Exodus. You ain't got to pull it. Matter of fact, pull it since it took y'all so goddamn long to get it. Pull it. Pull it. Exodus 15:3. God is a man. He's not the woman you had sex with in the world and you could convince her that you had effort. You couldn't care less about the slut. But for some reason, the whole believed, Salakia, the garden tool believed that you had effort. You was going to put an effort to love her. And you came back there every night because she was your main woman. You ain't had nowhere to stay, huh? You just ain't had nowhere to stay. And she thought you was putting in effort and all of this garbage. That was your resting place. You understand? You was using her. And in her head, she said, I know his effort. It's so hard for him to just be faithful. Now, maybe one day he'll put a ring on my finger and he'll be faithful. God is not that woman. God is not waiting for you to, one day they'll come back. One day Israel will put a ring on my finger and they will only be a people unto me. God is just going to kill you. What are you talking about? He's going to kill you. He's not going to wait around. He's not her. You understand? He's not that woman. You understand? God will just kill you. Why would he play with you? God is a man. Read 15:3.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. The Most High, Salaki, or Akim have it. The Most High is a man of war.
The Most High is a man of war. All right. That's it. He's a man of war. Not only is he a man, he's a man of war. I mean, when he does things, he does it in war. You understand? He does it in war. He does it, and he doesn't do it in, let me wait and see if these people will ever love me. He's going to kill you. That's it. And he'll be satisfied like that. You understand? Because he's a man of war. He is a warrior. He's a masculine man's warrior's spirit. And that will satisfy him. It will satisfy him, brother. I have to hold a lot of you brothers back from slaughtering everyone every damn day. Because everyone is an offense to men of God. When you walk around, all you see is things that are offensive. They're just offensive to your way of life, how you live, the way you want the earth to be, the way you know the earth should be under you, because you are a warrior. You are a man of war, and you would rather just kill everything.
Damn right.
You'd rather just, sir, why I gotta tolerate? Can I just kill him and take my paycheck? Why I gotta wait? He talking about he ain't processing right, so it bounced, and I gotta wait till next. Can I kill him? What is his problem? Why would he do that? Does he not know I'm poor and we're oppressed because of him? What is his problem? Why would he do that? And I gotta, brother, this is slavery and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When you are a man of war and you don't understand, it's foreign concept to you to not get what you want. You understand? And for brothers that's not like that, make it like that. For you to not get what you want should be foreign. You understand? Absolutely foreign. You want the kingdom of heaven. Why is it not here yet? This is ridiculous. This is absurd. I'm about to do everything all day long, every goddamn day to progress this, to move this damn thing along. Why are you not doing the dishes? This is ridiculous. I'm going to get another one of you. I can't do this. I'm not going to sit and argue with you. You understand? I can't handle not getting my way. This is everybody in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? It's foreign to not get what you want when you are a man of God. Why? Your father is a man of war, and you are of him. You don't go to war and say, you don't run to the field and both of y'all stop. You say, would you like to concede? No one does that. You go there and you fight and you take it. You understand? That's a foreign concept to Christians. Christians don't understand that at all. Everything is tolerate. Tolerate this, accept this. That's why the alphabet movement is where it's at right now. That's why what's the little boy name? Lil Nas X could twerk all over the damn VMA stage. He have lap dances to Satan. They got the lesbians that had the twerk party on each other on top of the goddamn cross. Good night. You want to talk about mocking? One lesbian was tied to the cross. The other lesbian was humping all over her on the cross, on the damn VMA stage, on the goddamn VMA stage. On the goddamn VMA stage, one lesbian was tied to a cross, like Christ was, when the Romans used to crucify people back in the day. And the other lesbian got on top and started humping her viciously. This is like this because in the past in America, there were not men who couldn't understand why they weren't getting what they wanted. You understand? What I mean by you couldn't understand, it doesn't fit in your head. Like, it does not fit in my head to not get what I want. You understand? I can't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it. So I go do it. I go do things to get what I want. You understand? I do things to get what I want. And I commission people to give me what I want. You understand? Because I'm a man of war. Because our father is a man of war. And this is all the men in the I.S.U.P.K. We are men of war. You understand? It just doesn't make sense to not get what I want. Your father was not like this, which is why Lil Nas X is on the stage twerking. He's twerking all over the goddamn stage because your father and his father and all the men of ours that were in America prior to 1969 were not worth anything. They were tolerable. You understand? They tolerated things. They tolerated things that we do not tolerate in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Take me back to your question. I saw you had your hand up. Take me back to 10 and 37 in Matthews. You had your hand up.
Yeah, come on, sir. Yeah, you know what they call us men that want everything our way. Us men of war. They call us SSI.
What is that? I don't get Social Security, brother. So
No, they say that or ADD or
if we get in Social Security for being masculine, let me know. Let me know if the government owes me a check every month for taking what I want, because I will take that too.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, con. So they when you act like that, when you act that masculine, that word like you're getting
what does SSI mean?
Like, it's it's a check. It's a check that you get when you bad in school.
Oh, you're talking about this saying you're disabled.
Not even that you're disabled. It's just that
the disability check.
Yeah, disability check.
That's what I'm saying. Crazy. So you're saying that they believe that masculine men have a mental issue. Yeah, They believe that you have a mental, and I do. I do. I don't understand why I don't get what I want. Perhaps I am defective. Perhaps there's an issue with me that you get when you serve Christ. Perhaps. You understand? Because Christ was so committed to his mission, to the mission that we have right now, he died.
Right.
Damn right.
You understand? He died. So maybe there is something wrong with me, because my king definitely died for this mission that you call insane. The Bible says we are fools for Christ. Right. So perhaps, just maybe there's something wrong with me, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine, because apparently that's what's wrong with me. I'd rather have that issue than, the Lil Nas X issue.
Damn right.
I like my issue.
That's right.
You understand?
Damn right.
I like my problem. I like that. I like it. I like wanting everything. I like that. Go ahead, Kashak. You got 10 and 37. Kashak.
Come on, sir. Slocky, if I may, I was trying to paraphrase this. Daniel 7, chapter 7, verse 9. I behold till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow. That's what I was using for saying that the Most High is a man concert.
Read it again.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. I behold till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and in the hairs of his head.
Of whose head?
Of his head.
Yeah, you can use this definitely to say that the Most High is a man's spirit. You understand? The Most High is a man. But 15 and 3 is just, it comes with more power behind it. You understand? It's so short and sweet and to the point, much like the way the men of the I.S.U.P.K. talk. You understand? Much like how the language of Hebrew is. Just so straight and to the point. You understand? There's no beat. It's not, Hebrew is not the romance language. That's Latin and all that crap. You understand? This ain't the romance language. This is the straight to the point language. Exodus 15 and 3 is straight to the point. It has the power behind it of saying, not only is he a man, he's a man of what? Of war. You understand? There's just more power behind it. You can definitely use this to say he's a man that has a man's spirit. But that 15 and 3, I would pull that on a Christian every time. I wouldn't pull this. I wouldn't pull this because he liked the spookism. He liked it. He think he could find some spookism. Ooh, the Ancient of Days. Ooh, the throne and the fiery flame. He's a man of war. That goes against everything they believe in. Right off the bat. You can't even mistake that for spookism. Because you understand what war is. You understand that the Taliban run Afghanistan. You understand that. You understand that there's a whole uproar because Americans are stuck in Afghanistan, and you know what they do to Americans who are stuck in the Middle East. So you understand what war is. But Christians are about none of that. I would definitely pull Exodus 15 and 3 all the time before I pull this one.
Right.
All the time. Give me your question, the scripture where your question was at.
Khan. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Now, what the hell does that mean now, Akim? What does that mean? Why would he say that? Dunya.
If you love your pork, shrimp eating grandmama more than you love Christ, there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you. Not only is there something wrong with you, not only is there something wrong with you, what are you going to do if you love your mother more than Christ? What are you going to do?
Be destroyed?
No. Done yet? His hand up next.
Not follow the laws of
You're
God.
going to follow your mother. You understand? You're going to follow what you love. That's humans. You understand? That's human nature. You understand? That is human nature. That's why love is an action word. You understand that? Is it all coming together? Because you're going to follow whatever you love. How do you follow something? That's an action word too. By doing. You're going to do what your mother tells you if you love your mother more than God. You can love your mother all you want. But as soon as she say, "Hey, you having that birthday party, you should be, hey, no, that's it. Yeah, I told you later. Click. That's it. You understand? That's it. That's you still. I still love my look. I gotta go. Well, you gotta go because you know I don't do none of that, and you just brought that up on purpose. I ain't dealing with you right now. I gotta go. I'll call you tomorrow. Love you. Bye bye. Boom. Click. That's it. You love your mother, but you love God more. Now, if you love your mother more than God, what you're gonna do is, I remember that one class when he was saying, as long as I'm not celebrating. Yeah, I think that's how it went. Here you go, so you're gonna start twisting words up, and as long as it's not my birthday, I could celebrate. It was something like that. And if I'm wrong, I say Salaki later. It don't matter. Like, that's what you're gonna do because you love your mother more than God. You understand? And then when God killed you at the birthday party, why you surprised? Why you surprised when God killed the birthday party? Why you surprised when somebody goddamn up? Some woman just got shot in her face because her baby father, this is the words that the radio used, the man she was having sex with currently, and the man she used to have sex with began to argue at her baby shower. And she tried to break it up and got shot in her face. Just maybe, if there was no sinning going on in that situation, there wouldn't be two brothers to argue with each other over a woman they both slept with. Just maybe. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I can't be wrong, actually. Because if you didn't sleep with her and he didn't sleep with her, you would not know each other. There'd be no argument at that baby shower. There probably wouldn't be a baby shower because she probably wouldn't be having this baby. You understand? That whole thing was unlawful. That whole damn thing was unlawful. And now the media is surprised as to why she got shot in the face. And of course, they're pointing the finger at toxic black masculinity. They just think they got the right to any woman they want. She's free to have sex with whoever she wants to have sex with. She should be free of the consequences. She should be free of those consequences. She's not free of the consequences. She just got shot in her face behind it. So if you think the consequences just, she might catch sexual disease, She might get breast cancer from an abortion. You think those are only things that come from women having sex with another man? You'll get shot in your face by one of them. You understand? You'll get shot in your face. And then you can't sit there and think about the consequences. You understand? There's nothing else to think about. You're dead. You can't think about it. You can't say, oh, I know next time. You don't know next time. You're dead now. You understand? There's a reason why you follow God's laws. There's a reason. And there's a reason why you love Christ more than your mother. There's a reason. If your mother is in the truth, you love Christ more than your mother. You understand? Love more than your mother, because what is your mother going to do at the end of the day? What's your mother going to do? Still, at any given moment, your mother be sitting there backbiting your father, and you sitting there, whoa, what the hell is this? And you going, what you going to do? You going to sit there and listen, or you going to correct her? If you love your mother more than Christ, you're going to sit there and listen. You understand? You're going to sit there and listen. You're going to sit there and be like, damn. And you going to think you wasn't listening. Oh, that's crazy, man. Oh, you shouldn't do that, man. Oh, that's not true, though, man. Stop. You understand? That's how you stop. Stop talking to me about my father in that manner. You think loving your mother's being nice all the goddamn time. That's why when she tells you to sin, you're going to sin. Because you think if I'm not nice, I don't love her. The proof that I love you is because I'm not nice to you. I'm not nice. I love you. I love you because I'm not nice to you. Because you're always doing stupid stuff.
Right.
That's why I love you. If you did things that I loved and things that God loves, I wouldn't have to curse you out on a Tuesday. Do you understand? You understand? You can't love anything more than Christ. You cannot love anything more than Christ. The moment you do, you fail. You leave the truth, you fail, you go back doing whatever the hell you was doing in the world. You will fail. Christ is the perfect king who you must emulate. Who's more important than that? Don't get caught up in all this garbage. And I don't care if you got 30 ribs. I don't care if you got a job paying you $1 million a year, $1 million a month. I don't care what the hell you doing in life when you think you got situations going on. I don't care if you're homeless with no ribs. I don't care what it is. You understand? I don't care what it is. If you don't follow Christ, you'll leave the truth. You understand? You brothers be thinking that a brother in the world who was your friend is more important than Christ. I seen a brother leave the truth behind that. He loved his gun more than Christ. He loved his gun more than Christ. He said, man, sir, let me not say his gun. He loved the street life more than Christ. You understand? The street life. Yeah, sir, I just love guns, man. I used to talk to him. Yeah, I know, man. It's cool. Guns is all right. I like guns. Guns is cool. Brother, he went right back to the streets. He gonna just say, I just love the streets. No, you just did not love Christ. Yeah, right. That's why. You just don't love Christ. All the streets does is just, it kills you. It murders you. You understand? You're going to be walking around somebody's t-shirt. You're going to be on somebody goddamn Pix 11 News. You're going to be on somebody's forehead. He went back to the street. He loved the streets more than Christ. If you love anything more than your king will reject you. Yeah, right. You understand? He will reject you. Read on.
Con. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
You love your son or your daughter. You love your kids. Like, oh, the birthday parties, that get a lot of people. That damn birthday party, people be struggling coming in the truth with that goddamn birthday party. Good night. Your son, if he has an ounce of masculinity in him, will not care about no damn birthday party. Let me repeat this. He will not care about no goddamn birthday party. Do you understand? Your daughter, she might, and you will stop her. You understand? You will raise your children to not care about anything other than Christ. That's what you will do. No one did it for you. You will do it for your kids. And your kids will grow up strong in the truth. You understand? They'll grow up strong. Now you don't have to try to love your son more than Christ because you didn't put him in the damn truth. Your daughter, you didn't put her in the truth. And if they don't come into the truth, who cares? There's a lot of women out there. A lot of them want babies. Go give them to them. Try again. Have 20 kids. One of them gonna come in here. You understand?
Right.
One of them gonna come in here. And don't think this goddamn mic's starting to die. Let me see. Check. Okay, I'm too on. Don't think that you got to be around all the time for these kids to come into the. We got time for that. You got a whole kingdom we building. You're slaves. You still got to go slave for your oppressor. You can't be around your kids all the time. Big goddamn deal. Big deal. You understand? Big deal. Half the time, the goddamn rib is a headache anyway. Your son would learn more from you staying away from her than you thinking, oh, I'm going to just be up under her so I can be close to her. Don't do that. Hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Do not do that. Don't do that. If your son going to come in the truth, he going to come in the truth. If he not, he not. And that just is what it is. It's the same thing for your daughters. Ain't nobody drag you up in here hand and foot, but you're going to drag them hand and foot. Don't drag no goddamn body. You understand? Family or not. Read that next verse.
Khan, verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
What's your cross? Oh, sorry.
Persecution, affliction.
That's it, right there. Bing. If you don't pick up your persecution and walk with it, you will not stay here. You understand? Oh, but it's so hard. Well, yes, we all know that. We all know that. Now pick it up and walk with it. But that rock's so heavy. I thought you said you want to get to the finish line at any cost. I do, but this rock's so damn heavy. Well, then you don't want to go to the finish line, and you don't want to get there. The rock's so goddamn heavy, you don't want to get to the finish line. Because somebody who wanted to get to that finish line would have built the damn slingshot and slung it over there. They'd have built the damn wheelbarrow. They'd have put it on the back of a goddamn moose. They'd have did something and got the goddamn rock to the finish line. You understand? You ain't doing everything you can do to take that persecution with you to the finish line. Pick it up and walk it over there. Pick it up and walk over there. Just keep walking with it. You got brothers here who go through the same goddamn persecutions, different persecutions. And we all have each other's backs. You are never alone, but you do have to pick your goddamn persecution up yourself and walk with it. You understand? And walk with it before you just try to lean on a brother. A lot of brothers, they want to leave their rock there and say, you pick that up for me? No. What you can do is pick it up. You can pick it up and we can walk shoulder by shoulder with our boulders to the finish line. That's what we can do. What I won't do is pick your rock up. You understand? Read that again.
Verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
Let me tell you something about brotherhood. This is not me saying, like it says, your brother asks for, I think, what is it? A mile, go twain, or something like that, go two. I mean, if your brother need help, he asks for help with this, you go the extra mile. You also need this, you need that, you good, you sure, you try. This is not me addressing that. Of course, in that instance, your brother need, I just need $20 to get back and forth to work for the week. I got you. You work at? What city that's in? I'll do you one better. You can hop in the car with me for the whole week. You understand? For the whole week, you ain't got a $20, 2 days. Hop in the car with me. Let's go. You understand? Let's go. Both ways. Drop off, pick up. Let's go. That's doing that extra. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is your everyday struggles that you're going to go through. You're going to lose a rib. You're going to lose a kid. You're going to lose family. You're going to lose friends. You're going to gain a rib and lose a rib. You understand? And then what you going to do? Pick the rock back up. Keep it in your hands and keep walking. I cannot pick that rock up for you. You understand? I cannot make all your problems. That rock is your problems. I can't make your problems go away. It's impossible. I cannot do that. We'll both be out the truth. I'm not doing it. You understand? And if you loved me, you wouldn't ask me to do that.
That's right.
You understand? A lot of brothers who are women, when you act like a woman, you go, oh man, they leave the truth and go create damn YouTube. You want to pick my rock up for me. Why do you want me to pick your rock up? You a grown man. Pick the goddamn rock up. Take your own pride. He wouldn't handle my pride. Imagine somebody, they won't come out and say that. But when you hear people talking about how bad we are after they left, or more likely after they got kicked out, he wouldn't take this is what they're saying. He would not take my problems as his own. Every day, he would not take all of my issues and just say, brother, I'm going to make you weightless in the truth. And I'm going to let you walk free.
Slack if I may, but why would a man be that damn selfish? Honestly, because
he don't belong here.
Because a brother will have his own problems, and by him putting his problems aside and bearing his brother's burden, that's already being righteous in itself. But like you said, I'm not going to carry the rock for you, but what I will do is be shoulder to shoulder with you, saying, come on, brother, you got it.
You understand?
I'm carrying my rock and you carrying your rock. We're going to carry these loads together.
And
we're going to go through this fire together.
Right, that was slipping a little bit. Got you, bro. Boom. But what I'm not going to do is take your problems. You understand? Everybody has their own problems. And you have counselors who you talk the problems out with and things of that nature. And what's happening, what's so forth. When you need assistance, we offer that assistance and we go that extra mile and we do all that stuff that you know in the Bible. And there will still be people who go on a damn YouTube and say, man, they want to take my problems as their own. They want to pick my rock up. They're gay. They don't belong here. You understand? They don't belong here. If you will not pick your rock up and understand that asking your brother to take your rock and his rock, you're completely ignoring the fact that he got his own problem. He has his own rock. Hey, man, you're selfish, like you said. I just know I need help with mine. I don't care how many other brothers need help. I don't care how many brothers are struggling, but they fight every day. I need help in mine, and I'm going to leave it right there until you pick it up. Get out. You understand? Let's get the hell out. Good?
That's the Christian church.
God, that's the Christian church all the goddamn way.
That's Christianity.
That's because they teach that in the Christian church.
Salakia, if I may, that's Islam too.
Yeah, it's Islam too. That is definitely Islam too. That is religion in general, because what they will tell you is Christ picked your rock up for you. Uh-huh. That struggle of trying to be righteous, why would you do that? You're hurting yourself. Just let Christ hurt by himself. It's a lot. Let him hurt by himself. All that pain he went through, that was for you. Remember that. Just let him hurt by himself while you just get to have all the enjoyments of sin. He did that so that you could be nasty. He went through all that pain, suffering, so you could be nasty. Christian church is garbage, y'all. And that doesn't survive here. That mind state does not survive here. Being unbrotherly does not survive here. It don't survive here. You understand? Read that next verse.
Verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it.
A lot of brothers think that when you losing your life, you think that like that process of you losing your life, you think that's just like you're being destroyed. Like try to put in, you think that when bad things start happening to you, you know, like God hates you. God hates you. Oh, woe is me, and blah blah blah. You're gonna have to learn sooner or later to laugh at that, to smile at it, to understand that this is what comes with the territory. This is why when Simon Peter's mother came to Christ and said, "Can my son sit on your right hand and my other son on your left?" He said, "That's not mine to give. That's the Most High's to give. But I will tell you what: if they're gonna be worthy of that, they got to drink of this cup that I'm drinking from. They got to drink of this cup right here. They drinking of these cups right now. You got to drink of this cup right here. This is that cup right here. You understand? This is that cup. He was teaching them how to drink from the cup, but they wanted that seat next to Christ. You're gonna have to drink out of the cup that I'm drinking from. You understand? You have to have the same worth as me. It just says not worthy of me in verse 38. If you don't take your cross up and follow after me, you're not worthy of me. You don't pick this cup up and drink this cup, you're not worthy. You understand? And a lot of brothers think what's going on when your life gets bad, when you come on the truth, is that God hates you. It's the wrong place. I shouldn't be here. This is ridiculous. Just leave then. You can leave. You can. You don't come here and the angels start floating around you and start singing, and everything is just perfect for you now. You the goddamn golden child. The truth was waiting for you to get here, for you. So that the angel could come down and just serenade, just around you. And everything is good for you. And you ain't got to go through nothing your brothers went through because you're you. And you don't got to go what Christ went through because you're you. But you want to sit with Christ. You want to sit next to Christ, but you don't want to drink what he drunk from. You don't want to go through what he went through. How can you even be fortified, you weakling, if you won't go through what Christ went through? If you won't be tried in the fire and come out the other side without a blemish, how the hell are you going to sit next to a man with no blemish? Do you understand that? You truly understand that. You put it in world perspective. If somebody is a world champion in something, and he gets all these gifts and president sits on a throne, and they give him they give him everything he wants. You know what I'm saying? Everything he wants, he get all of it. And then you just get some rookie who came in and did nothing, and they give him a throne and chairs and blah, 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 and sit him right next to him. How would he feel? Like, why the hell did I train for 30 years? If I could walk in here and sit down with no effort, no trying, and receive all of this, why the hell would I go through rigorous training, rigorous beatings, and effort to sit on this throne where they would let some newbie, some weakling sit next to me? You understand? That's like crowning the world's skinniest man as the world's strongest man. It's an insult to the world's strongest man. You understand? Why the hell is he eating 15,000 calories a day? Living in the gym. Sleeping in his car in a parking lot, waking up and going to the gym. Why is he doing that? Why does he have to only be able to ride around in Escalade trucks because he's so goddamn big? Why does he have to do all that if this puny guy over here can just sit next to him and get everything he got? Makes no sense. None. You understand? Makes no sense at all. When you work a job, don't you feel offended when new people come and get what you get paid? When you've been working there for 5 damn years, 10 damn years, 15 goddamn years, don't you feel some kind of way? So shouldn't Christ feel some kind of way that you think you're going to come in here and just sit down next to him? Make no goddamn sense, and that doesn't belong here. That will never survive here. I think somebody's going to pick your goddamn rock up for you and walk with you. If you can't go through that fire, you will not sit next to Christ. You understand?
Sir. Then paraphrase it. Then Apostle Paul said he wished he could have been. He could have took the burden of Christ, or he could have died. He could have been a sacrifice for his people,
Yeah,
for his brethren.
Paul was so goddamn hardcore.
Yeah.
One of my favorite brothers. Because of that goddamn though I be rude in speech. Ooh wee. Yeah. Paul was a hardcore brother. Paul was hardcore. That brother said, if I could have died on that cross, I would have liked that. You understand? I would have liked that. Not, oh, that's cool. Christ died for us. That's what's up, man. He sat there and said, if it was for me, I would have done that. If it was meant for me to do it, I would have done that. You understand? I would have done whatever I had to do to get that type of glory. He looked at it as glorious. You understand? He didn't look at it as a chance to go and pump ride, and God knows your heart. Twerk on stage, give Satan a lap dance, lesbians twerking and having sex on a cross because God knows your heart. Putting it all up in children's movies because God knows their hearts. He didn't look at it like that. He said that is so glorious. And he knew that Christ will be remembered forever. He will be the king forever because of this. He said, I wish that could have been me. I wish I could have died. I wish I could have been accursed. I wish I could have suffered everything I watched him suffer while I rode with him. While I walked the earth with Christ, I wish I could have suffered everything that man suffered. And not him, because I love him that much.
Right.
I wish it was me that died. I wish it was me that got beaten. I wish it was me that got stoned, that had nowhere to sleep. They had places to sleep out. They gave it up to roll with him, but they had somewhere to sleep. Christ had nowhere to sleep. You understand? So I wish it was me that was homeless for the truth. I wish it was me. I remember vividly coming into the truth and seeing brothers in certain situations. I'm like, oh, this man is so great. You wouldn't even know his situation. I remember brothers being in situations that you don't know nothing about. And then he'll come up and talk. He'll just talk about it in passing. A year and a half later, you'd be like, that was happening? He'd be like, yeah, but this ain't nothing, no. He'd be sitting there looking at him like, yo, who the hell am I sitting with? Paul was like that. Paul realized later, he said, damn it, I wish I could have died instead of him. You understand? I could be like that. Be like that. Stop asking somebody to, God, please stop doing that. None of y'all in here doing it. Nobody I know that staying in the school is doing this. You brothers is coming in here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Don't come up in here expecting somebody to just take all your problems and wash them away. You're weak. You're weak. Take your own problems. You understand? You know what a man does that got problems that he don't like? He fixes them. I don't understand. You understand? Man, I don't like I get paid this much. I'm finna go make more money. And this brought it on my nerves. I'm finna go get like 2 more. You understand? I don't really like this neighborhood. I'm finna move over there. You understand? I'm gonna do what I need to move over there. I'm gonna do what I need to get more money. I'm gonna do what I need to in the truth to manage 3 women righteously. You understand? Because she's annoying. So I need 3. This neighborhood, I don't like it. I need somewhere else. This job, this supervisor is retarded. I need to go. You understand? A man fixes his problems. Damn, I'm homeless. A man will go, okay, let me Google this. Let me use this government program to get here and do that and milk the hell out of this. And the whole time I'm milking that, I'm doing this at the same time. So that when this went out, this kick in, and I got that. And then at the end of 7 months and 14 days, I'll be here.
Right.
That's a man.
Yeah, right.
You think a woman is all good at planning and all? No, that's a man. You understand? That's why women don't run countries. So women don't run countries. Because who's good at planning is a man. You've been tricked your whole damn life. You've been tricked. You think your mother was the brains of the family and all this, and you could have swore I love my mother and da da da. You think she the matriarch and she had all the planning, and Mother's Day come around and you get all geared up. Father's Day come around, it comes and goes. Oh, Mother's Day come around, your family failed. Your whole family is dysfunctional, but your mother gets praised for being the head of the family. Your grandmother gets praised for being the head of the family. Your aunties and stuff get praised for running the family. When your family's dysfunctional, they're addicts, they're dying, they're sick, they all hate each other, in and out of jail. Your family's dysfunctional. Why are you giving her praise? Like she planned the family life out so well. If she did it so well, why are your uncles and your cousins and your aunties in jail and stabbed up and getting sick and all of these other things? Because she can't run a family. That's why. You busy praising her all the goddamn time. She can't run a family. Someone should check her. Stop praising her and check her. Stop. Sit down. I got this. Stop. Because you're going to fail. That's why. I love you so much. I don't want you to fail. Right. Sit down. You understand? I love you so much. I don't want to watch you just put yourself in an early grave trying to do a man's job. Sit down. I was made for this. You were not. Sit down. It's a man. Good planning comes from a man, not a woman. You understand? Now, a woman can be excellent at planning under a man. Right. But she is not excellent alone. Kashak?
Sloggy, sir, if I may, it's so heavy what you're bringing out. I called you and asked you, can I go see my family without going to see the body of my uncle passing away? Okay. And you told me I was unclean for, until the sun went down. So I went, I guess to the repasses, what you call it, seeing the family members, and the women in the family were being held as the matriarchs, as you say. And
they were being praised.
And everybody's the women. And then you look around and all the men are down, like
destroyed.
Just just like destroyed. And I'm looking and everybody saying, "You're getting fat. What's going on? You eating good? You look like you're shining." I'm like,
that's how you should have them. You're running a family so goddamn much. You should have them like that. That's what they're supposed to do. See, you done commissioned your woman to feed you. You told them that you have to eat, so they feed you. You understand?
God.
They said that your uncles and your cousins said, "Hey, you gotta feed me, I gotta eat." Shut up, Earl. Earl said, and Earl didn't eat that night. You understand? Unfortunately, that's the truth. You understand? That's the truth. And he did all types of things in his youth, stupid things that they couldn't stop. You understand? They so goddamn powerful. They're not stopping the black community. They're not stopping the black community from harming themselves. But they're so damn powerful. They run every family. If they were the solution, they already run every family. So why are we destroyed? Mm-hmm. Every family is like that. The man got herniated disc that they never went to the doctor to go see because nobody in the family loved them enough to say, "Stop being afraid of the doctor. Go to the goddamn doctor before you be walking like this at 55. So now they're all walking like this at 55. Stop smoking. Your teeth want to fall out your mouth. No one loved them. No one told them. They all smoked with him.
Right.
His teeth fell out his mouth. Maybe you shouldn't do drugs. Maybe you should just try to deal with your problems.
Right.
They couldn't tell him that. They couldn't tell him. So he never dealt with his problems. He became an addict. Every man, all the men in black families look like that because women run the family. It's precisely why you can't love them more than Christ. It's precisely why when you walked in the damn room, I already know you wanted to check everything in there. You just looking at everybody like,
God.
you checking them already in your head. You pre-checking them like, and then you just decided that you went through a whole rant in your head, probably about 5 seconds. You done checked everybody, and somebody walked up to me. He said, "Oh, how you doing, Auntie? Yeah, yes, I would like a plate. Yes." You probably checked everybody in there in 5 seconds. In 5 seconds, you understand?
God.
We just don't deal with that. Like I said, we want what we want, and we don't understand why we can't have it. You don't want to see your uncles and cousins like that.
God.
It makes no goddamn sense to you. Knowing what you know now, you looking like that was avoidable. That was so damn avoidable. Your life being bad is avoidable if you serve God.
Right.
If you put Christ first, if you serve Christ and not your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your friends, your life being bad is just so damn avoidable.
That's right. God.
But no one is telling black men this. They are telling us Christ is a white man. He is a white man with stringy hair, and you will serve him in the church. That's what you must do. And black men know something is wrong with that, so they don't go to church. So they think Jesus don't love them, and they go do crack.
God.
You understand? They go do crack up, and then they go to Allah, because now they're looking for a God that will love them and accept them. Because they done said Allah is the black God. Forget the fact he was made by Arabs, and mostly Arabs serve him and all. Forget all that. In America, they tell you that Allah is the God of black men. That's what they tell you. I'm not lying. They tell you Allah is the God for black men. So after they've been rejected by white Jesus, or after they reject white Jesus, where are they going to go? Because a God that's for black men. And that God also lets them continue to do crack. It's like a win-win situation for crackers. When you don't want to change, Allah is like a win-win situation. When you are black and don't want to change, Allah is like heaven. It's like, oh my gosh, I get to go in here, think I serve God, and still do everything I was doing before I ever walked in here. Wow, this is a wonderful place. I think you're Johanna first.
Slaga, it's heavy because damn near all the men in there was Muslims, so to speak.
I know.
And I'm looking, and like you said, I'm in my mind, I'm looking at everybody, and I'm like, it's complicated not to say nothing because the one that they call the head of the family, the woman, I'm like, she hugs me and I'm like, all right, auntie, I love you. Why wasn't a man up there talking? Because I heard about what went on inside of there. Why y'all was in there lying about my uncle? He was a junkie. Y'all got this pretty picture of him lying to the people and running around here, baby. And I said, you know what?
Baby,
I
she failed.
I don't want to
And
start
she
with
knows
you.
she
And
failed.
I walked away.
She knows she failed. And it's like a cover-up. It's like, okay, he dead now. He wasn't no junkie. She failed. She failed him. She leads the family, but the whole family is strung out. The whole family is in and out of jail. The whole family can't do nothing positive for themselves, let alone the people. That's a failure. You understand? That's a failure. So before anybody else gets up there, let me take the mic. Earl was an excellent man. He definitely did not have a heroin addiction. Let me get that out there right now. He definitely did not. And she get up there lying and she covering her tail because however long she's been in charge of the family, she's failed. And she knows she's failed. She knows whoever the last man was lead that family, she knows she pales in comparison. And there is no comparison because she's a woman. There's no comparison, and she pales in comparison if there was a comparison. So she gets up there first to cover the tracks of the fact that she failed your uncle. She failed him because not failing him would have been not leading the family.
Right.
You understand? Would have been not leading the family. As a woman, let me tell you sister something. Y'all want to help your family? Shut up. Stop talking. Stop trying to lead. Stop trying to take charge of this and do that. When you take charge of something, let somebody give you something to take charge of. Be in charge of the brownies and things of that nature. You're going to make these brownies, sis. And when you make these brownies, everyone is going to be like, who made these brownies?
Right.
And now you got the shine you want. Now you got the office you wanted to have, and you're succeeding in it. But you can't take the head of the family. You can't do that because you're going to fail. So please just take the brownie department. Take the brownie department. The brownie department works wonders. you put cinnamon in it and you put the milk. It works. You understand?
Right.
But the minute she tried to jump ahead of the family, she knew she failed. And because she knew she failed, she tried to cover it up. And brother, these are the reasons why loving anything, she loves your uncle more than Christ. So she let your uncle do the drugs, which killed him early, I'm assuming. You understand? That's what happens when you don't love Christ first. And you don't say, stop. Like you go to the corner every day and say this. We just say it, of course, more robustly. Stop doing drugs. Stop being a lesbian. Stop. It's not even like you don't got to do some abstract crazy thing out of this universe, pull a rabbit out of a hat. You don't got to do none of that, huh? You go to the corner and you do what nobody in your family's doing right now. Stop. Stop. Because God said so. It doesn't work. It doesn't help you. And you are harming everyone. Everyone around you is hurting because of the things you do. Everyone around you was hurting. Your daughter a lesbian because uncle didn't touch the daughter. The uncle was touched by some pastor because y'all go to church. Stop all of that. Just stop. Stop going to church. Stop the lesbianism. Stop watching the VMAs. Stop.
Right.
Just stop. A lot of the things in black community is not, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to pull this trick. I got to make this trick happen. Stop doing stuff. You understand? You don't got to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Stop. Literally, just stop. Just quit it. Quit. Sisters, y'all think y'all lesbians? You're not. You're hurt by some man. Or unfortunately, somebody ruined your childhood or put their hands on you. But stop. You understand? Stop. Because even when you're in that, you are fighting it every day. You're fighting that urge to be a woman every day. Every goddamn day, you fighting the urge to be a woman in favor of trying to be a man because you're so hurt inside. No matter how you got that hurt, no matter what hurt you and how it manifested, you're hurt inside. Something hurt you, and you're doing that because something hurt you. Stop. Just stop. You want to be a woman. You're just afraid because last time you was a woman, look what happened. Last time you acted like a girl, look what happened. I'm acting like a man because people don't do that to men. Stop. You understand? Quit it. A lot of black issues is you quitting. Quit. Quit doing cigarettes. Quit doing this. Quit doing it. Quit all of that. Quit the pork. Quit voting. Quit all of that. Quit all of that. You have no clue. You hated Trump so goddamn much. Biden in office. Now everybody throwing another fit. Oh my God. Y'all voted for this man. It doesn't work. When you put Obama in office, he does nothing but Obamacare. Nothing but Obamacare. Oh my God, we had a black president do nothing. That's crazy. Trump get in office. Oh my God, they put another racist in there. You put Biden in office. Oh my God, he's leaving people in Afghanistan. So how about you just stop voting? How about you just stop? Because the hood looked the same every 4 years.
That's right.
Every damn year. Actually, I'm upset with y'all because the quarter juices ain't even a quarter no more. That's your fault. It is absolutely your fault for voting. You done voted And whatever sanctions that came down from China, whatever trade agreements did not happen no more. The quarter juices ain't a quarter no more. That's on y'all. Peanut juice is 10 cents. It used to be 5 cents. Like, God damn. Come on. Like, stop voting. Stop voting. You understand? A brother can enjoy a goddamn peanut chew with a dime instead of a quarter if you just stop voting. You understand? Stop voting. There wouldn't be empty lots next to all of our houses with destroyed houses if you would stop voting. Stop. Stop doing that. Stop doing it. Black people act like it's hard. It's not. A lot of it is just stop doing what you've been doing.
Right.
I think you had your hand.
Con. Real heavy question. Now I didn't know because I'm still learning, but I didn't know that Paul was so hardcore. So for Paul being in that spirit, how in the world did Peter end up denying Christ 3 times, sir?
Because he felt weak. He didn't want to die. Like I said, Paul got that insight later. When Christ was due to get killed, none of them wanted that smoke. You understand?
Okay, kind of.
It's not like Peter was. Please don't let me think like I'm taking anything away from Peter as far as how great that Peter or Paul, how great they were. They're still great. They're still great. Peter led Israel after Christ died. You understand? Peter was the highest ranking man, not Paul, even though Paul got most of those letters in there. Peter, you understand? None of them wanted to die. You understand? Everybody wanted to be in the truth. Nobody wanted to die. You understand? You know, what are you going through right now? Hebrew Academy. Everybody want to be in the truth. Nobody want to die, though. You have to want to die. You understand? You're like, I'll die. I don't care. Do it. I dare you. Because I might not be the one that dies. So I would dare you. If you get it, hey, the Lord was with you. But be careful. Because make sure that he's with you first.
Right.
Make sure that the Lord is with you before you come over here. Because it might not work. You understand? You have to be willing to die. Be willing to die behind this. At that moment, they weren't. You understand? When Christ passed and they got more insight, they started understanding things. They were still doing the water baptism when they shouldn't do the water baptism. You understand? They just started to understand all the things Christ was saying, and he told them that. He said, you're not going to understand everything I'm telling you right now. But in time, you will. And in time, they did. And by the time Peter wrote that letter, Peter was so hardcore. Peter said, man, I wish I would have died instead of you. I wish I would have died. I wish I was accursed for Israel. I wish everything could be put on me. You understand? Not only did he understand the glory that comes with it, he understood the sacrifice Christ made, which was his life. Right. You understand? You never know what, like when you die, you don't have remembrance of this life. You understand? You die, you come back, you don't have remembrance of this life. You understand? When you kill a man, all those memories is gone. You understand? So although his wife doesn't lose him forever, his kids lose him forever because he's going to be reincarnated, they do lose him. You understand? They lose him. We lost Christ. You understand? Because he was so great, we do remember him. You understand? When you kill a man, that family misses him. Lord knows when he's coming back. You understand? And even if they know he's coming back, then they're going to stop those tears right then and there. The Bible says mourn over your dead. Because when you lose somebody, he's not, that man is dead. You understand? He could be the very next baby. The man can have a son. That man could die. When that son has a son, it could be that man's spirit all over again, right? It's possible. But the Lord could wait 500 years. Either or doesn't matter because that man being his father is dead. Right. You understand? It's a big thing to lose your life. It's huge. Christ gave his life. And he didn't have to. And he shouldn't have had to. And it was not his... Christ gave his life when we were messing up. Paul looked at it and said, man, I wish I could have did that instead of you. Because now I see even more just how perfect he was.
Come.
You understand? Don't think Peter ain't kick himself for not wanting to die when Christ died. Don't think that. Because as soon as he denied him the third time, he ran and wept. Don't think he ain't start thinking like, damn, man, I wish I was stronger in that moment. So he became stronger.
Slocky, sir. It's heavy. Can I get some voting scriptures on voting or precepts on the whole voting aspect?
Deuteronomy.
Can I give it to him? Can I get some?
Give me one, done you. It's like 17 and 4.
Stop.
It's like not for me, sir. It's not for me. I never did that voting thing. But
got one?
Voting.
I believe it's Deuteronomy 17 and 15.
15, not 17 and 4. Let me see.
15, 17.
John, absolutely. You can just take that down. You ain't got to read that. It's absolutely Deuteronomy 17 and 15. You understand? It's saying that you have to set your brother over you. You're saying you have a king, set your brother over you. And it's still not a democracy, meaning the whole nation doesn't go. The whole nation ain't go, we want Saul. We want Saul. Nobody knew the hell he was. Everybody knew he was tall. And he was tall and he was a man of Israel and things of that nature. He's a Benjamite. He might have been known by a couple of people, but he was not, we want Paul. This was not rallies. You understand? Like in today's, this not Biden, no Trump. This was not that. You understand? There was none of that. When they tried to have a democracy, right? When when David was supposed to be king and Saul tried to rebel against it. And then when David was supposed to be king, and I think Abner went against him. Don't quote me on Abner, but when people started going against David, when David was supposed to be king, and thought it was going to be a democracy, like they can choose who the king is, the Lord ended all that. They all died. They all died. Israel is not a democracy. You understand? We're under God. You understand? We are under God. There's no voting. There's no, but I want him. So go have a drink with him on your own time because he's not about to be the king. You understand?
I mean, with a lot of brothers, God set up a lot of brothers that come into the truth. You really think that people would have chose us to be over them, to give them that word?
No, if you go to people that you know in the world and would have been like, yo, I'm finna rule you now. I mean, if you don't get your milk done, they gonna start roasting you out and telling you get the hell about their face. Talk, hey, you heard this night? You talking about some goddamn blah 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 blah. They're gonna clown you, right? You understand? That's part of the reason why you over there trying to reach back to your family and all that. When you come to the truth, they don't listen. Mm-hmm. Part of the reason is they're not looking at what you're telling them; they're looking at you. They're like, ain't you the same? Mm-hmm. I'm not coming into something you came into, boy. What? You just robbed such and such like 3 months ago. You can get on my face, man. Good. Now you serve Christ. You was robbing stores 3 months ago. Now you serve Christ. Oh, please.
That's like that's like the story of Joseph when he told him about the dream that he was having about he was like a stalk of hay or something like that, and all the stalks like came to him. He gave him like a series of dreams. Then his brothers seen him coming. He said, "Oh, here comes the dreamer.
Yeah.
Here comes this guy. He's gonna rule over."
Here comes this guy. Oh, but all the time the Lord giving him these dreams. The Lord giving these dreams, but he like, oh, here come the dreamer, Mr. Righteous out here, the stalk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Israelis, they're gonna clown you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna clown you. They're gonna tell you you got dreams. Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? They gonna clown you. You understand? That's, you know what I'm saying. But Baba, you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? Nobody would choose any of us to be over them, but it's not up to them to choose. That's the problem. Because you wouldn't choose them to be over you neither. We're all disgusting in the world. Nobody's fit to rule over anybody in the world. That's why you come in here and you become fit.
Well, you know, it is when you start understanding about. I think the hardest thing in the world for me was taking orders from anybody in authority. But my mother dead, it's over. And that was my mindset since 14, 15. And I left home and that was that. Coming in here is like a whole different, you gotta follow orders. And that's what you think in the beginning until you start understanding. And like you said, it seems is men has walked away from this over taking orders. It's just it's crazy because
Because you're
that weak.
like that. So
That
you
weak.
can't just stand here and just you can't just stand here and say, I'm not going to smoke weed. I will not have sex with whores. I will
Right.
not do this and I will not do that. It's hard. You understand? It's very, very hard. It's very hard to say, who is this right here? It's hard to leave that behind. You understand? The who is this? I'm such and such, and then brothers that got reputations in the world. It's hard. Who is this? I don't know who I am. I know who you was. I don't care.
Right.
You understand? I don't care. Go do it again then. So damn hung up on it. Go do it again. I don't care. You understand?
Right.
Like in here, nobody cares. Nobody cares. You understand? Who was that? The Jeremiah Muhammad. He said, "Start getting drunk and telling me war stories." Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We all got them.
Right.
I remember, and then they kept trying to tell you, man, I did some amazing stuff. Who is this one?
Right.
So goddamn drunk. Like the war story, you don't really care about the following. That's where the following orders come from. It comes from ego from the world. That's usually the problem because you're following somebody's orders. You will always be following somebody's orders if you are born on earth.
Right.
Always. I run my own life. You don't. You live in a country that has laws. That's it. You break the law, you go to jail. So you are following somebody's laws one way or another, or you're dying, or you're going to jail for life. You understand?
God.
That's the truth of the matter is brothers just want to follow the white man's law.
Right.
They don't want to follow the law of Christ. They don't want to sit there and say this man is a general. You know, they got those ranks out in the world and gangs and stuff like that. You could be a general, you could be a this, you could have stars to your general and all of that, which is bastardized versions of the Bible.
Right.
You understand? And it's hard for them to come in here and be, especially if you were that in the world, you come in here and look at Jordan Muhammad, he 12 shades Jordan Muhammad, you looking at him, that's a false stuff, Jews. It ain't gonna work in. You're gonna leave. It just ain't gonna work. You understand? So,
Right.
You know what I mean? But
the part about that I seen, like I was telling also Dunya earlier, the glory I seen the other day when I seen the visual, I seen a beautiful glorious vision of the brothers going down into Mexico and helping the people today.
Don't call that a vision. That was real.
well, not the vision. I mean the visual of it. The visual of it, of
that
seeing
was very
that.
real. We very realistically
Con.
went to Mexico
Con.
and did things. We didn't dream a dream
Right.
and have a dream. And in one day, we would have hold Mexico's hands and we would have hold Haiti's hand in Mexico. We didn't dream a dream. We
Right.
walked into Mexico. You understand?
Con.
We actually did that. We don't dream. We don't
Did
dream.
that.
You understand? We don't dream. We don't even sleep in here. So we did not dream. Go ahead.
Con. It gave me more. It's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like what's the word we used earlier, sir?
You said something that I said. I used the word golden.
Con, sir. Like it made you and like poke your chest out. Like, yeah, we did that, and it was like it was just glorious to see that the truth is this. Nobody went to help them people, and today, right now, it's empty under that bridge. It's empty under that bridge today, and it's sad that they did what they did to them people that was there, our brothers and sisters, after we went down there and helped. the brothers and sisters down there. And to me, it was just a glorious sight to see that. And it's nothing like this truth.
God, most sound crazy. You know what I'm saying? Most sound crazy. Definitely should give you some pride seeing those brothers that went down there and did that. It should definitely give you pride. You should be proud about it because we doing the work of the Lord. You understand? You ain't going down there and just churches have food drives all the time in the hood, and the hood still gets shot up. You understand? People still die in the ghetto. The ghetto doesn't get better. Their food drive means nothing. What you do means something.
Yeah, right. That's right.
It means something. It stops bad things from happening to people. It stops bad things. The things you do stop it. You understand? Absolutely stops it. And never think for a moment that what you're doing is minuscule. You are doing the biggest thing anyone could ever do on earth. You are serving God. You understand? You have the power to move mountains and beyond because you serve God and never short sell yourself. And what those brothers did in Mexico was absolutely moving mountains. You understand? He's moving. Give them a round of applause. They absolutely moved mountains for those brothers and sisters under that bridge. You understand?
Slack, if I may. And before we started class, I looked at a post. Now, I thought these big name companies owned by oppressor is about their money. This how wicked that these people on this planet is towards us. After our brothers went down there and helped the other brothers and sisters from Haiti and Mexico, Costco put out a post saying that now, due to that, they're putting restrictions on and limitations on toiletries, supplies, food, water, and things of that nature.
Because if I could speak freely, Costco's full of holes. Costco knows it should give all the toiletries to the I.S.U.P.K. It knows that, absolutely. But it is full of sinners and heathens who don't wish to see those brothers and sisters trying to escape oppression. They don't want to see them live.
Right.
That's not even prospering. That's living. Toiletries is a living. It's surviving. You understand? It's surviving. That's not even, you're not even prospering. You're surviving. They don't want to see them alive. That's why Costco's will burn to the ground. You understand? Costco's will burn to the ground for not coming off of all the toilet paper and all of the paper towels. And Costco is known for having huge lots of food too. They cereal from Costco. You will die, and Costco will burn for not giving the cereal out. You understand? For not coming off the cereal, but doing that, Costco's will burn. You understand?
Costco's will burn. So like, because the ad said, the post said that they're putting limitations on toilet paper, water, Pampers, and things of that such due to supply challenges.
Supply challenges. The challenge is how to get their money without helping you live. That's the challenge, Jock. And right now, what they're trying to do is short out the toiletries. Let's go light on the toiletries. Let's see how that does. See what that does. Let's see if we can still get the money and starve them out still. Because, of course, we don't want them in our country. We don't want them here. Let's try to starve them out. If that's what they're doing, the Lord will burn them. You understand? Costco's will fall if that's what they're doing. With that being said, we're going to wrap class up. Any other questions something like that, y'all bring it next week. Mabaya. I still ain't got that paper for you. I really do not have that paper. I asked for it today too. I mudge him. In Israel. I mudge him Shabbat. I mudge him. Barak. Yahweh. Shmished.